Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video here on the channel. We are talking prices, so this is going to be a really great video. We're going to talk about the 25 most valuable modern Lincoln cents. So even though Lincoln cents were introduced in 1909, we're going to stick to ones you're going to see a little more often in your pocket change. So that's post 1959 Lincoln cents. So let's get to this awesome list of ones that you're going to want to keep an eye out for, because some of them are a bit easier to come across than others and worth hundreds of dollars. At number 25, the 1964D. This Lincoln cent has a notable error of a double die reverse you can look for. There were 3.8 billion of these minted, and you can see values at auction in upwards of $150 to $200, with one of the highest graded examples being an MS-66 red from PCGS. Number 24, the 1961D. These had 1.7 billion of them minted, and a notable error is a double die obverse. These coins can be in upwards of $150, with one of the highest grades being an MS-66 at PCGS. At number 23, the 2000 Lincoln cent. There was 5.5 billion of these minted, the most notable variety being a wide AM reverse. These coins can be worth in upwards of $200, with errors and different varieties making them worth way more. One of the highest graded versions of this coin is an MS-67 red with PCGS. At number 22, the 1997 Lincoln cent. 4.6 billion of these were minted out of the Philadelphia Mint, with a double die obverse being one of the errors you would want to look for on this. And values can be seen in auction in upwards of $100 to $200, with one of the highest graded examples being through NGC at an MS-67. At number 21, the 1989 Lincoln penny. There was a ton of these made, 7.2 billion of them minted, with a double die reverse being an error you would want to look for. Values can be seen in upwards of $200 to $250, with one of the highest graded examples being an MS-66 red with PCGS. At number 20, the 1988 Lincoln cent. 6 billion of these were minted out of Philadelphia, and there are known varieties of this coin that can be worth really good money, some in upwards of $200 or $300, with one of the highest graded examples being an MS-66. At number 19, the 1996 Lincoln cent. 6.6 billion of these were minted out of Philadelphia, with a double die obverse being a great error and a very valuable coin to look for when searching your pocket change. These coins can be worth in upwards of $200 or $250, with one of the highest grade examples being an MS-67 red. At number 18, the 1971 S Lincoln cent. There was only 525 million of these made, with a double die obverse being one of the best ones to look for when coin roll or pocket change hunting. These are seen selling around $300, with one of the highest graded examples being an MS-66. At number 17, the 1968 S Lincoln penny. Only 258 million of these were minted, and if you find one with a double die obverse, you could be sitting on really, really good money. These can be worth in upwards of $200 or $300, and an MS-66 red is the highest graded example. At number 16, the 1994 Lincoln cent. 6.5 billion of these were made, with a double die obverse being a great error to look for, with values in upwards of $300. High-grade examples include an MS-67 red at PCGS. At number 15, the 1980 Lincoln penny. 7.4 billion of these were made out of Philadelphia, giving a large opportunity for you to come across one in your pocket change. You want to look for double die obverses on these coins that could be worth really good money. These pennies can be worth in upwards of $300 or $400, with an MS-66 red being one of the highest graded examples. At number 14, the 1971 Lincoln cent. 1.9 billion of these were minted out of Philadelphia, and another double die obverse is something you would want to look for as far as errors. These have a really good value, some being seen selling around the $500 or $600 mark, with MS66 reds being some of the highest graded examples. At number 13, the 1982 Lincoln penny. A huge amount of these were minted out of Philadelphia for 1982 at 10.7 billion. So you can find these actually pretty regularly in your pocket change. A small date variety is going to be the most sought after for these years, with values in upwards of $300 to $500. One of the highest graded examples is an MS67 red. At number 12, the 1960D Lincoln penny. 1.5 billion of these were made, with a small date variety being one of the most valuable. Some of these have been seen selling in the $400 to $600 range, with one of the highest graded examples being an MS66 red through PCGS. At number 11, we get back up to the 80s with the 1982D Lincoln penny. 6 billion of these were made, with a small date copper variety being the most sought after. These have values in upwards of $600 or $700. An MS67 red through PCGS is one of the highest graded examples. At number 10, the 1993 Lincoln cent. 5.6 billion of these were made out of Philadelphia, with a close AM reverse variety being the most valuable to look for. These have values in upwards of $800 to $1,000 or more, with an MS67 red being one of the highest graded examples. At number 9, the 1999 Lincoln cent. 5.2 billion would be minted out of Philadelphia, with a wide AM reverse being the most sought after. These have values in the $1,000 to $1,200 range pretty regularly, with an MS67 red being one of the highest graded. At number 8, the 1998 Lincoln cent. A little over 5 billion would be minted out of Philadelphia. Another great wide AM reverse is something you would want to look for on these, and they have values over $1,000, with an MS67 red being one of the highest graded examples. At number 7, the 1972 Lincoln penny. Just under 3 billion of these were minted at 2.9 billion out of Philadelphia, with a double die obverse error as something you would want to look for when coin roll hunting or pocket change searching. These have been seen selling over $1,000, some in upwards of $1,500 to $2,000, with an MS67 being the highest graded example. At number 6, the 1995D Lincoln cent. 7.1 billion of these would be minted, with a double die obverse being a great error to look for. These can be worth an upwards of $2,000, and an MS67 red through PCGS is one of the highest graded examples. At number 5, the 1984 Lincoln cent. 8.15 billion of these would be minted out of Philadelphia, and an absolutely awesome error to look for is the doubled ear Lincoln cent. These 1984 error coins can be worth an upwards of $3,000 or $4,000, but just the regular old standard 1984 Lincoln cent can be worth really good money. One of the highest graded examples is an MS68 red through PCGS. At number 4, the 1983 Lincoln cent. 7.7 billion would be minted out of Philadelphia, with a double die reverse being one of the most sought after errors on these years. These can be worth an upwards of $10,000 or $15,000, with an MS69 red through NGC being one of the highest graded examples. At number 3, the 1992D Lincoln penny. 4.4 billion would be minted out of Denver, with a close AM reverse variety being one of the best things to look for on these coins. These can be worth a ton of money. There are versions of these 1992D Lincoln cents that have sold in upwards of $15,000 or $20,000, with an MS-67 red being one of the best known examples. At number 2, the 1970S Lincoln cent. There were 690 million of these minted out of San Francisco, making them much more rare than others on this list. Values have been seen in upwards of $20,000 or more, with a small date variety and double die obverse error as some of the greatest things to look for on these. There's an MS-66 red through PCGS, which stands as one of the best known examples of these coins. Last on our list at number 1, the 1969S Lincoln cent. This coin has been featured in lots of different articles and lots of different lists, and for good reason. These coins had 544 million of them made out of San Francisco, with a double die obverse that can be really, really valuable. There's only limited known examples of this error, but some have sold in the six figures, well over $100,000, with an MS-64 red being one of the finest graded examples of a 1969S Lincoln cent known. As you can see, there is a ton of value to be found when searching through your pocket change for the next valuable penny. So hopefully this list gave you 25 really good examples of valuable Lincoln cents that are past 1959. Let me know what you think about the video in the comments, and let me know what you're coming across in your coin and banknote searches lately as well. Can't wait to talk to you, so I'll see you in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.